When you think about domestic violence, you think of physical, mental, or even verbal abuse. But there's also another layer that's often overlooked: financial abuse. Financial abuse happens in 99% of domestic violence cases, that according to the National Network to End Domestic Violence. It's a common tactic used by abusers to gain control and entrap someone in a relationship. Common methods an abuser might use to gain financial control over the partner include forbidding the victim to work, sabotaging work opportunities, controlling how money is spent, withholding money or giving an allowance, or hiding assets. The short and long-term impacts can be financially devastating for a victim. And now a North Carolina state representative is working to combat this kind of abuse. The lawmaker introducing a bill to make sure this doesn't happen and to help domestic victims get on the path financially, the right path. WCNC Charlotte's Tradisha Woodard has that story.
But one of the things you think about all the time that we always say follows you everywhere is your credit score. If your abuser is going out and you're buying things for your abuser because they're forcing you to, that credit card debt is going to stick with you for a long time.
Terry Brown is a North Carolina state representative for District 92 in Mecklenburg County. He says economic abuse is often overlooked for victims of domestic violence, making it a lot harder to move forward.
When you think about domestic violence, you think about the physical violence that occurs, you think about the verbal violence that occurs, but one of the things you don't ever see is the financial aspect of that.
He says right now they're working to introduce a new bill that combats coerced debt against all domestic violence victims, putting them back on the right track financially and helping them repair burdened credit reports.
Now I'm working on a bipartisan piece of legislation we're working on introducing this year to address coerced debt and provide victims a recourse to free themselves of that debt.
Brown says having a bill like this would help many survivors and relieve stress for families looking for a way out.
We've been involving survivors of domestic violence at every step of that process to make sure that this legislation accurately reflects what they've gone through and their lived-in experiences.
Tradisha Woodard, WCNC Charlotte.
And if the bill becomes law, it could go into effect by early next year.